What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you stopping by for the first time, if you see something that you like here today, please don't forget to subscribe at some point. Those of you stopping by that have been here before, welcome back to TLTG Reviews, my friends. I'm glad you came to see me. So, one that I picked out recently because I was reached out to by Amouroud. A lot of you have heard of them. They're very well known for this particular fragrance called Oud Tabac, which I actually have a 30 ml decant of right here. Fantastic fragrance. We'll talk about that one at another time. So I went out on a limb and picked out a fragrance that I've never heard of before, that has a distinguished note that I've never heard of or smelled before. So what fragrance are we talking about today? From Amouroud, we're talking about white Hinoki. Stay tuned. So, like I said, this fragrance was sent to me for free for review, but all opinions are my own, and I gotta tell you, this fragrance is something else. Let's jump in this presentation. So right off the bat, we'll take a look at the box. They actually do have an actual plate, a little metal plate that I'm sure it's glued. It's glued onto the front of the box. It is a very nice touch with the Amouroud logo, name of the fragrance, white Hinoki. Gold trim on the box, nothing on the sides. Perfumer's Workshop Limited on the top. And then batch code information on the sides, as well as UPC and some fragrant information on the box. Decent box, but eh. Then they do come in the white collection anyways, comes in this white pouch with these tassels on the drawstring, printed Amouroud. It's actually a very nice touch, very thick string for these tassels. I was quite impressed when I pulled this out the box. And into this bottle, this is a very thick base. The mold is recessed for this metal plate, gold-plated metal plate that shows Amouroud and the name of the fragrance, white Hinoki. Fragrance information, size, concentration, and batch code on the bottom. Perfumer's Workshop Limited on top of the cap. Does hold into place. And I mean, this is a thick metal with plastic filling. This is a heavy cap. And then my only complaint is the atomizer shoots way too far. Like, you could be 3 feet away and I could spray you easily. Oh, but I smell it in the air. This presentation is one of the nicest presentations I have in my collection. One of the nicest I've ever seen, especially with this bottle design. This is such a clean, elegant look to this bottle. Very heavy, very well crafted. For that presentation, it's going to be an 8.5 out of 10. Now, in regards to this scent, so it was released in 2018. It's classified as a woody spicy. I'll put the notes right here for you. So, this thing's something else. So it opens with a bright blast of citrus and spices. And you get that Hinoki wood right off the get. So the way I can describe the Hinoki wood, it's a very citrusy, slightly smoky wood. And I mean, there's a supporting character of this sweet whiskey accord that's in here that just envelops this Hinoki wood. Like I read in Fragrantica some of the comments, people talking about how feminine the opening is. I disagree. I think it's gorgeous. I don't find, yeah, I'm sure ladies can wear this, but you know, with the spices and everything, I don't find it overly feminine or overly masculine. But I would think it leans a tad masculine, really and truly, off of my skin. Because spices always come out well on my skin. And then in the transition, that smoky wood quality from the Hinoki wood is ever so present, because the little bit of citrus that's in here calms down. The ginger stays throughout start to finish. It just starts to weaken as time progresses. Very bright ginger opening for sure. Very overbearing and overpowering in the transition. You're going to get a lot of ginger in that transition after about 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then you do get that spicy undertone that hangs out. It's never overly spicy. It's not a real spicy fragrance, even though it's classified as a woody spicy. And then that whiskey accord that I was talking about really comes up more in that transition. It's not super potent in the opening, but as time progresses, the whiskey comes out more and more and offers a nice boozy sweetness It's more of an undertone that kind of wraps around this Hinoki wood, because the Hinoki wood is the star of the show. Like I said, it's that citrusy, smoky wood. It's a wood smell that I've never smelled before. This is the only time I've ever smelled the Hinoki wood accord, and this is so unique and beautiful. My God. And then whenever you get into that draw down, it's still Hinoki wood and ginger. This doesn't really transition and change a whole lot. It's relatively linear. The opening offers more than the transition and dry down, but that's with most fragrances. What you get in that transition and early dry down is what you get for most of the life of the fragrance, and the deep dry down is just that Hinoki wood with a touch of ginger, because the whiskey kind of fades away at that point. Guys, I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't stop smelling myself, and with the performance, which we'll discuss momentarily, I could smell myself all day. This is an addictive smell. I think the main reason I was so into smelling myself all day long is because it smells so good to me, and I've never smelled anything like it before. Uniqueness in my collection is at the top. If uniqueness was a category for me, based off of my collection, it would be a 10 out of 10. But uniqueness is not a category in my rating system. But this is super unique, super good. It's hot out here in South Texas. I had to go outside quite a bit. It's not overbearing. You can definitely wear this in the heat. And I wasn't shy. I sprayed like 6 or 7 sprays. I think it was like 6 sprays. You know, for a fragrance that's relatively powerful, that's a lot. So if it was going to be too bad for the heat, it would have got cloying, and it never got cloying. Beautiful, gorgeous scent. The scent on this one gets an 8.5 out of 10. And I kind of feel like 8.5 is being a little modest, because it could have probably got a 9 out of 10. It's that good to me. Now, longevity, that's another one. Once it hits 12 hours, I stop clocking it, because my rating system stops at 10 out of 10 for 12 hours. There's no point. I took a shower like an hour or so after. I had already went to the gym. I could still smell it, because last week was my early week, so I got off at 5, so I go to the gym in the evenings after when I work till 5, and I was still smelling myself all through my workout, and even at the tail end on the treadmill. It just kept going and going. It's a 10 out of 10 in longevity. It's for an eau de parfum concentration. It's got the longevity of a pure parfum. It's incredible. And then projection, it's not filling a room. This is one of those aura type of fragrances where in that first hour, yeah, it's heavy. Don't get me wrong. You're beyond arm's length in that first hour. But after that hour, it starts to just get closer and closer. And then about a half an arm's length stays for just hours and hours and hours. I couldn't even tell you how long. It projected about a half an arm's length, a good 2 feet. Just hours and hours. It left a moderate scent trail most of my day. It was outrageous. If it was heavier on the projection and went further out, it'd be higher than the rating it gets. It gets an 8 out of 10 for projection. But because it maintains such a solid projection for so long, it maintains an 8 out of 10. Overall, White Hinoki from Amouroud is absolutely an 8.5 out of 10 fragrance. Guys, this stuff's great. There's a link in the description below, TLTG 20, with a link to Amouroud's website. I don't get any kickbacks, or it's not an affiliate link where I'm getting a commission or anything like that. You will save 20% off. These are pricey. These are high-end luxury niche fragrances, and my God, it smells every bit of what you would expect for the price point and this presentation that comes with it, because it's top-notch. I gotta say, Amouroud, I'm a fan now for sure. I do have Dark Orchid to do some testing on as well. I did receive that one as well, and I gotta tell you, preliminary testing on that one is a niche version of Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Think about that for a little bit. But White Hinoki, my God, this is one that I'm sure they have discovery sets. You need to try this one. Is it blind buy worthy? No. If you don't like sweet, boozy, woody fragrances, you might not like this with a spicy undertone. But if you give this one a chance, my God, is this a gorgeous fragrance. This is so well done. I can wear this year round. Extremely casual, no, but you can dress it up as much as you want. Uniqueness, compliment factor, it has all of these things. And I feel more people should check it out. So that's my review on white Hinoki from Amouroud. Until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this before? You know, I noticed white stone is kind of a popular one. I know Justin, Stay Fresh Production, that's one that he grabbed. And he's in love with that fragrance from what I'm seeing. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling the same way about white Hinoki. This is, man, I gotta try more from Amouroud. I really do, because this is a damn good fragrance. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on white Hinoki, you give it a spray now, I'm extremely confident you'll thank me later. It's damn good. Have a good one, guys.